Hello.
Hi.
We're here because Brandon did something recently.
Sorry, that's how I was supposed to talk.
Well, go ahead if you want. Yeah,
No,
Brandon.
you.
Brandon got second at the regional at Columbus just yesterday.
Weirdly enough, it was like an amalgamation of like a whole bunch of stuff. Because I went in with like zero expectations, I thought about the like meta as a whole, and because I wasn't playing Ryzeal Fiendsmith, I think the next best thing was what I am playing, which is Ryzeal Kashtira. The theory about it was very sound, and there was a ton of positive matchups. I had to hit those matchups, and I did. So
Because you totally skipped Malice the entire day, right?
They were all around me, dude. I have no idea. Like round one, like I was just looking all around me, and I see a bunch of Malice, and then round one, I'm just like, all right, and he goes, all right, activate Veramis here. I'm just like, thank God. Do you just want me to just show the cards?
Yeah. If you've got anything else that you wanted to remark on, or if you wanted to say, you might think of stuff as you're going anyway. So.
Oh well, I guess thank you personally. One of my biggest supporters, Jesse. Eric. Eric still has the one place above me, but he has that win.
He still got that first place from 10 years ago.
Yeah, but hey,
he won Necro's format.
10 years later, here I am. I'm second, so he still has that one place above me. But I'm super stoked to just be this. Shout out to Refine. Shout out to everyone in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Toledo group. Just the positive, just the people that were there to give me congratulations as it happened, and then afterwards to give me congratulations. I'm still getting messages today about it. So I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I love playing this game. I love the community. So I was just saying right before you started rolling down my deck box, it's actually starting to get a little edge wear. So it's a perfect time for a replacement. So yeah, let's get into this thing.
All right.
So, like I said, I did Ryzeal Kashtira, but 3 sword, 3 X, 3 ice, node, 3 bonfire, and cross. I don't think you need more than this. There was a time where I was thinking about more than one node, but like it started getting a little clunky. There are even some people that are like cutting down to like 2 sword or like maybe like 2 X. I think that's wrong. I think in a non-pure version, you should never cut these cards, and I think especially in a pure version, you should never cut down on these cards. Just having the ability to just have infinite follow-up. X by itself is insane. Just sending Aggregator or sending an Xyz to special off a node, which is sometimes a brick, sometimes not, but like even like normal summoning a sword, like to get X or to get Ice as an extender is absolutely insane. I think playing the 10 by themselves is exactly what you need, so I wouldn't go anything below that. Cross, especially, not playing plug-in, you only need cross. Cross is insane, and then obviously bonfire. Should have been hit, but it wasn't. So that's the Ryzeal part of the deck. There's a little bit of a cut right there because Brendan had the kettle on.
Just gonna out me like that. I'm just gonna tell on me.
Yeah. The Ryzeal cards. That's all of it right there. The other part of the deck are the Kashtira cards. 3 Unicorn, 1 Fenrir, 1 Riseheart, Birth, Theosis, Planet, Terraforming. Terraforming goes without saying. Can also grab Cross. I did that a couple times. But apart from that, the Unicorn, just being able to just special summon itself and then rip Requiem in a Fiendsmith build is instantly like game. I did that. I played 6 total Fiendsmith variants, and each time Unicorn resolved ripping Requiem, their brains like fried. They had no idea how to play the deck. And if Unicorn sticks around to the opponent's turn, as soon as they activate something, I'm ripping Desiree. At that point, the entire Fiendsmith version is just completely null and void. There's no reason to play that version, and especially in the Ryzeal version of Fiendsmith, you make them play a shittier version of pure Ryzeal, to which you have hand traps for, you have your own Ryzeal extenders, you have Birth. I had a couple people yesterday forget what Birth does. They would go like Engraver to add tracked, activate tracked, grab Lurie, pitch Lurie, and they would go with Chain Link 1 Lurie. I was like, all right, Chain Link 2 Birth. It was really good. The guy
Surprise!
the guy scooped it like immediately. I'm just like, that was the easiest game of my career. Them being able to special themselves and then just big for no reason, I think definitely helps. Ryzeal is part of a combo. It is still pretty good because it actually came up in round 9 to actually make itself a 7 permanently to go into the card in the extra deck later for the combo. Fenrir is just a house. Like, it came up a few times to actually just banish a card face down, but like Unicorn is the power hitter here. Theosis is part of the combo as well. I did side it out a couple times, but like nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's the cash cards in the main. There's also some more cards that I did play. This is 4th Druid Worm. Druid Worm is insane. I swear. Anytime that I had Unicorn and then Druid in my hand, I won that game. It sounds contradictory, like, and it shouldn't work, like, at least in theory. But anytime that I would go like Druid Worm or like Mag to banish an Engraver, or just any light or dark on the opponent's turn when I had like a Unicorn in hand, I would go like normal summon like a sword, or normal summon an ice effect, grab sword, link off Druid Worm into Donner, send something with Druid Worm, and then Donner effect pop something, and then just continue going off from there. It mostly happened with swords, so like I could special summon Unicorn after, but even then, like I also like pitched like a Unicorn off of sword, and then Birth Effect revived it. Like, there actually is like synergy with all of this with all of these cards. I do not think that I will be cutting these cards. There was a couple times where I sided out to down to 2 when I knew I was going first, but anytime I was going second, I immediately put these 2 back in. They were just insane all day. That is the Bestials. There, I do not think I could have made a better call than add the Bestials. I could have put like cards like Bell or like Droplet. No, the Bestials are just better. 2 utility cards, Talents and Call By. Both these cards were insane. Call By was actually my 41st card. I was originally down to 40, and I was just like, oh, well, what's 41? I'll just add a Call By. Biggest thumbs up to my past self, because anytime I Call By, I instantly won. Talents is cracked. Like, I should have, hindsight's a little bit 20/20. I probably should have played at least another Talents, maybe in the side. But like, because I'm playing Thrust in the side, you only truly need 1 talent. It's searchable, and anytime I just hard drew talents, I just won that game. Standard, if I can talk. Lineup, 3 Imperm, 3 Fua, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler. I don't think you need more than this. I think 12 is like the way to go. I don't think, some people are playing like Nib, some people are playing like Bell. I got Belled a few times. I got Nibbed more than a few times, but like, the problem with Nib especially is if you can't out the token's going to kill you. And that happened a few times, where if I just protected the token, my round 5 opponent nibbed me, and it was a 55 attack token. He couldn't out it, so I just went, put it to attack mode, punch. And I gamed him because of it. So like, Nib is only as good as your ability to out it, and I do not think, if you can out it, you should be playing Nib. And I definitely think this format, especially going into post-Suda, Nib is just really bad. Bell caught me off guard by sometimes, and that's actually a card that I was thinking about playing over the Bestials. But a few times more than not, they would go like cross, negate my Druid Worm, and they would just stay in hand. And I would just keep doing it over and over, and they would just cross negating. And I'm just like, please keep doing that. The thing is with Bell, it's gone. Like, it pitches itself from hand, and that's it. I never really missed any of that. I think the 12 is all I need. Extra deck, shout out JoJo. One of my favorite parts is part 4, however, part 3 and part 3, so definitely recommend watch JoJo.
It's important. It's important to be able to play the deck.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you gotta understand. 3 Ryzeal Elixirs. You don't need more than 1 duo drive. The amount of times that this card resolved, I can count on one hand. It eats hand traps. But that's why I like it, honestly, because essentially, with the way that we build this deck, with Kashtira and the Bestials and all that, you do not need duo drive to resolve. Essentially, anytime that I summon duo drive, I instantly assumed it was going to get negated. which most of the time it did. And I would just go, all right, cool, normal summon ice, and make detonator, pass. And I would just attempt to do it again on my opponent's turn. Not opponent's turn, on the crack pack. And then they would negate it again. I'm just like, all right, cool. That's another interrupt gone for a duo drive. But yeah, detonator is just a house. Don't think you need 3, but the amount of times I would go X send detonator for the additional material as duo drive was insane. So thought about playing 3, but I don't think you need it. Kashtira is a funny card, you'll see why. Abyss Dweller, cracked. Dugaris, cracked. Exciting Knight, summoned it once, won me the game. I did not make these 2. Utopic Ray Lancer and Gaga Cowboy, the amount of times that I thought about making them, there was a better play. So, like, maybe Utopic Ray Lancer probably could have been something else, but Gaga Cowboy I was thinking about making, not for the burn effect, but for the attack boost. So, there was a few times where that happened. But I'm just like, you know what, I don't need it, and I usually would make more ample cards like Chaos Angel or Typhon from there. Both of these cards both have their synergies with the deck. Obviously, Light and Darks for Chaos Angel with Abyssials, and then Typhon just being able to immediately turn off a detonator is insane. However, there was a time where in my one loss that I got, which it was the guy that won the event, we both had Light and Dark Chaos Angels just staring at each other, and he saw the out before I did, so I'm just like, all right, whatever. But any other time that I summoned it, it won me the game. They just can't out it. Typhon is also another card that I made quite a few times. I made 3 times. It won me the game twice. And then the third time, it stabilized, but that was it. That's all I could do. And then he just was able to immediately out it. I wouldn't have changed it. The only card I probably would change in the extra deck is probably this card. Standard, 1 aggregator, you don't need more. And then Arsenal Falcon, part of the combo. You'll see why. And the last 2 cards, Donner and SP. Donner is a given. It just clears itself from your side of the board while also popping another monster. SP was the real question mark. There was a few times where like I would summon like Duo Drive and have it be negated. And then I would be like, all right, I'll link it off with like a unicorn or like a bestial, and then effect banish itself. While sending something with like a Druid's Worm or something like that. That happened only once where I had to banish itself in order to continue. Any other time, the SP just constantly banishing itself to clear for like Unicorn or like any of the Kashtira cards. Insane. Do not regret putting this in my extra deck. Wish I would have had the thought sooner because it was very last minute. It seemed pretty obvious afterwards. Yeah, like I said, the extra deck would seem very tight. The only card I would change is the Utopic Ray Lancer.
And if you would change it, do you have any idea what you would change it to?
I would probably play Tornado Dragon. Honestly, there's a few times where I missed Tornado Dragon, but like it didn't hamper me. Could have been a lot easier of a time in order to have Tornado Dragon like Detonator and like Duo Drive that's been negated. Because like I said, that card just does not resolve. That's the extra deck. And then for the side deck, these cards were just rotting in there. 3 Artifact Lancia. You gotta prepare for Malice though. If the deck goes off unhindered, it's actually kind of scary. But I just dodged it. I have no idea why, I have no idea how, but I just dodged it. 3 Perulia. This was actually another question mark that I had in the side. I prefer Perulia because of the level 4 aspect, but also just to ditch it from hand in order to draw, where the card I would replace this for would be like Phantasme. That's just another body I would have to clear from my side of the board in order to do the same thing that Perulia does, essentially. That being said, the reason why I like Perulia and I will continue to do so is because post-Suda, Perulia only gets better with cards like Mitsurugi. Decks like Mitsurugi, I should say. 3 Ultimate Slayer. Anytime I saw this card, it was just instantly like game. I won because of it. 3 Thrust. This card is insane. I do not regret playing 3. I could have theoretically played like a 2 Thrust and 1 Talent, but because of the last 3 cards, I do not regret playing 3 Thrust because you want to maximize on Harpy's Featherstorm. This card is insane. The reason why Kastel is a funny card is because it fulfills the requirements of Heartbeast Featherstorm. It is a winged beast. Very easy to make in Ryzeal. Everyone knows this.
And another way you can make Castel is through the cast engine, which Brain's going to explain.
Yes. If you don't have access to like any fours in order to high card make it, and you just like have a unicorn, there's actually also the combo that I was talking about that could not just get you like Castel, but also get you duo drive and into your Ryzeal plays. So you just go special unicorn, unicorn effect, search Theosis, Theosis effect, target unicorn. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Special summon Fenrir, Fenrir effect, search Ryzeal, special Ryzeal. Do not make it 7. Overlay these two for Arsenal Falcon. Arsenal Falcon effect, detach, search, special summon a funny little card that also fulfills the requirement, a level 4 winged beast, Mulch Army Foolos. And from here, you're already in nib range, so you might as well just go full ham. So this is another card that, like, if you just open Fua, you can just go normal summon, set Featherstorm, go. But like, it's also a force, so like you can continue comboing, and you have the option of, if you already have enough, you can just go Castel, or if you want to further cement your plays and like you don't have just unicorn, you can go into duo drive, and you can go duo drive effect to detach and detach. It'll probably get negated, let's be real, but it is something you can do. So yeah, that's how you can also utilize this unicorn Kashtira combos to bridge into your Ryzeals or just your extra deck, side deck options. And also, people forget that Castel actually has an effect. The only problem with this card is that in Ryzeal, it's very easy to make Detonator underneath it. However, you're doing it super minus, and that's the point of this card, is to grind your opponent to do very minus plays, because most of the time they are going like special X, and then like normal summon a sword, and then make Detonator. But that's it. That's all they're doing. They're not plussing off their plays, and then after that, I'm just like, all right, I have my follow up, and I just crack their Detonator, because that's all they have. They can't search, they can't draw, they can't activate monster effects. So because of that, I can out a Detonator very easily. However, apparently one thing I can't do is out 2 Detonator underneath this, because the guy opened all engine, so he made 2 Detonator, and that's how I kind of lost underneath my own Heartbeast Featherstorm. Sucks, but whatever. This card was insane. It actually won me a lot of games, and actually single-handedly won me my round 9 against Tenpai. This card is insane. But yeah, that's it for the entire deck. Again, huge shout out to everyone in Refined and everyone in my friend group. 10 years, man. I'm so glad to finally get this monkey off my back. It is... I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to get that first place now. I want to get that YCS top. It's my first ever, man. As JP said, I am now finally a somebody. So, but yeah, no, thank you, man. I appreciate you doing this for me.
Yeah, of course. Everyone, I think nobody is surprised that this happened. For me, it was only a matter of time, I think. So, and we'll be excited to see what you do next. All right.